Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Andrei, and today I would like to look into Hugging Face LayoutLMv2 model, and we'll see two different options because you could use out-of-the-box OCR functionality when fine-tuning or running inference with LayoutLMv2 model, or you could, if you have some external OCR system, you could get OCR data from there and pass it to the model. And in this video, I'll show you the difference where you could pass this data and how you could use the model in first and in one and another case, and also we'll compare the results with the data that OCR data from the external system and with OCR data which is being calculated automatically by a LayoutLMv2 model using Tesseract engine. So let's switch to my environment, and this is the GitHub repo for our open source project Sparrow. So our goal is to build fast, reliable, and flexible engine that would help to extract data from different types of documents, and we're using Hugging Face and other open source libraries. So I have two examples for inference task. The one which is using OCR data, and another one which is not using OCR data, and we rely on layout LMv2 model, and behind the scenes it's using Tesseract to get to process the document on the fly, get OCR data, and based on that OCR data to do classification. And by the way, both examples are running on sample receipts dataset, which is called court. Okay, so let's open first notebook. This one is using external OCR data, and in our case, because we're using core dataset already comes with coordinates and with extracted data with OCR data. So you don't need to worry to run those documents through some OCR again. You could just use whatever data is available with the dataset. Okay, and then we scroll down. This all the stuff is being installed over here, then data is being processed, and let's scroll to the part where we actually defining processor. This is done in this cell, and we supply image. So this is the sample image. In this example, it's the first image from the dataset, I think, and we are using this image to test the process and to test the inference and to see how fields will be classified. So we pass image to the processor, then we pass words. So words, basically it's array of text. So all those words that were extracted by OCR system. And then we pass boxes. Boxes are coordinates that describe the area for each word or for a sentence. Yeah, so in this case, because we specify revision no OCR, we pass words and coordinates by ourselves. And as I mentioned, words and coordinates, we already have this data together with inside the core dataset. When core dataset was prepared, those images were collected. At the same time, OCR procedure was applied on those images, and words and coordinates were stored together with the images for later use. So this is what we're using. Okay, so this is how processor is defined, and then in the next step, we execute inference or predict function, get the result, and then over here we draw the result, and we see that all the words or sentences were identified correctly, and we don't see labels over here because the picture is too small. But when I was comparing image, the result that was produced by by the inference with original result from the dataset, it's like almost 100%. So this means classification accuracy is very high, and because we have OCR data for all the fields from the document, then we get a good result as well, because all the fields are classified correctly. Okay, and let's see another example which is called true inference. And in case of true inference, we don't rely on OCR data that comes together with core dataset, but instead of that, in this example, we rely on OCR on the fly, which is being executed by LayoutLMv2 model using Tesseract library. So we see that Tesseract library is installed in this case, and if you check, and this is the example that we are using to test the functionality. And over here we see that when the processor is being defined, we are not specifying no OCR flag anymore, and we are not passing either words and no coordinates, only images being sent to the processor. Then inference is executed, and over here we can see the result, and it's not as great as the one where we were using actual OCR data from the dataset, because in this case OCR was able to extract from the document only like 4 fields. These fields were not extracted by OCR engine, and this means these fields were completely ignored and not classified. So by default, when you're using OCR with LayoutLMv2 model, behind the scenes it's using Tesseract library, and probably it's using some default settings and there's no tuning. Probably it could work better, but whatever gets results by default probably in most of the cases would not be usable. It's fine for prototyping and to trying the things out, but probably for production usage you need to use a reliable external OCR engine, get words and coordinates from there, and use this data for model fine-tuning and for inference. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and my main message for this video was that if you using LayoutLMv2 model to classify fields from the document, probably based on my lesson, based on what I learned, you need to rely on strong external OCR solution instead of relying on OCR functionality which comes out of the box with LayoutLMv2 model, and which is using Tesseract library behind the scenes. So yeah, in future when I'll have some more insights on OCR systems and would have some recommendations which OCR systems I would recommend to use, definitely I'll record another video. And yeah, we'll see how it works then. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.